Okay, what's up everybody? Here we are back for episode 8 of Celebrating Others. It's a great day. It's a little cloudy today, but I've got some tea today. Yes, and I'm ready to drink it because it's one of those kinds of mornings. So, this is Earl Grey. I've been drinking Earl Grey since I was 3 years old. My grandfather, my mom's dad, Leonard Catchpole, introduced me to Earl Grey tea as just a little kid. And I've been drinking it ever since, all these years. But okay, enough about all that. We are here to celebrate other people. And so today, for episode 8, I want to celebrate, again, some dear friends of ours, Scott and Diane Hefner. Now, listen, I got to tell you about Scott and Diane, if you'll let me tell you just for a few moments. We got to know them a number of years ago. They were members of the church in Central Georgia where we served on staff for a while. And I just want to tell you that the two things about Scott and Diane that I want to celebrate today, I want to celebrate their generosity and I want to celebrate their encouraging spirits. Listen, especially in ministry, it's very often that you hear the bad things about the church is doing, right? Or the things that they're not doing perhaps very well. And it's not as often that you hear about the good things that the church is doing and the things that people are enjoying. And Scott and Diane, when it came at least to Rachel and to me and what it is that we were doing, especially with worship, Scott and Diane were always incredibly encouraging. You could see it from week to week in the way that they would not only just respond to the worship times in church, but the way they would respond to us, text messages and calls, and just constant encouragement that we received from them, which is sometimes, sadly, hard to find, especially in church work. But Scott and Diane were incredibly encouraging to us and still even are to this day. Now that we've been gone from that church, they still consistently, almost weekly, are communicating with us and letting us know that they're praying for us and thinking about us, and just incredible, encouraging spirits. And we need that. We need more of that. I mean, that's what this series of Celebrating Others is all about, is being an encouragement to somebody else, not just focused on yourself, but thinking of other people. And Scott and Diane are incredible at doing that. But I also want to celebrate their generosity. Again, Scott and Diane seem to always be in a situation where they are willing to give of themselves in multiple different ways when they don't necessarily have to or don't necessarily need to, but are always willing to do it, especially when the Lord seems to lead them to do so. And Scott and Diane have been incredibly encouraging and incredibly generous to us, and I want to celebrate Scott and Diane Hefner today. We all need to be a little bit more like that, right? Willing to encourage somebody and willing to be generous however we can be generous with people around us. And so that was it, episode 8 of Celebrating Others. Again, make sure that you're not just watching these videos, those of you that do, but that you're involved in this process. This is something that we can all do every day and do a better job of celebrating others. We'll see you next time. Peace.